Today, we are going to get acquainted with a country that houses a significant portion of the world's population. Understanding how people live in the largest country in Asia and the second most populous country in the world can be fascinating for anyone. A country with beautiful and diverse nature, ethnic diversity, and a rich culture and history that boasts the second highest number of UNESCO World Heritage Sites after Italy. China is a country whose products dominate the markets of all countries and has astonished others with its rapid economic growth. This amazing country, known officially as the People's Republic of China, is located in East Asia and shares borders with 14 neighboring countries. To the north, it borders Russia, Mongolia, and Kazakhstan. To the east, it shares a border with North Korea. To the west, it borders Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. And to the south, it shares borders with India, Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar, Laos, and Vietnam. The area of this country is nearly 6 million square kilometers, making it the fourth largest country in the world, about 6 times the size of Iran. China has a population of over 4 billion people, making it the second most populous country in the world after India. Most of the population speaks Chinese, which has the most native speakers in the world. However, this language has various dialects and accents that can make communication difficult, even among speakers of the same language. Mandarin is the official dialect of Chinese. The language is a crucial aspect of China's traditions and culture that has managed to survive through time. We can say that 1 in every 5 people in the world speaks Chinese. In general, China is considered a secular country and does not have an official religion. About 33% of the population follows Buddhism, 19% follow Taoism, and 25% do not adhere to any religion. Interestingly, the remaining population consists of various religious minorities. Despite being secular, China is known for its human rights violations and restrictions on media freedom. Freedom of expression and religion are limited, and for years, the persecution of Uyghur Muslims has been a prominent issue in China. The internet has been heavily censored by the government for years, and people in China do not have access to the global internet. Instead, they use a national internet service. Almost all social media platforms are filtered in China, including Google. Instead, alternative networks and applications have been developed that are entirely under government control. This land has a rich history spanning about 5,000 years. The Chinese Empire was the largest and longest-lasting empire in the world and has made numerous inventions throughout history. Paper, gunpowder, silk, tea, porcelain, and the compass are some of the inventions from this civilization that are used in everyday life. China's political system has been based on hereditary monarchy for thousands of years until it came to an end in 1911 with the establishment of the Republic of China. In the first half of the 20th century, China was engulfed in internal conflicts and wars, including the invasion by Imperial Japan during World War II. In 1949, Chinese communists led by Mao Zedong defeated the Republic of China government, leading to the success of the Chinese Communist Revolution. The Republic of China government, led by the Kuomintang, relocated its capital to Taipei in Taiwan, which today governs only Taiwan and its surrounding islands. Since then, China and Taiwan have been engaged in severe political disputes regarding sovereignty and Taiwan's political status. Have you ever stepped into a place where, from the very first moment, you feel like you've entered a completely different world? A place where the way people live, the rules they follow, and even their everyday relationships feel unlike anything you've ever experienced. Imagine arriving in a country where everything changes at an unbelievable speed. Skyscrapers rise overnight. Technology reshapes life every single day. Yet, hidden beneath all that modern shine, there are corners where the stories are stranger than fiction. Today, you and I are taking a journey deep into China to discover a side of life that most travelers never get to see. A world where women's lives are often shaped not just by love or choice, but by traditions, economics, and expectations that feel as old as time itself. At first glance, the streets here look like any other bustling city. Crowded markets, neon lights, people hurrying in every direction. But look closer and you'll notice something unusual. Behind the colorful festivals, the smiles, and the endless rows of shops, there are stories that don't make it to postcards. Stories of women whose futures are decided not only by their dreams, but also by family traditions and the economic demands placed upon them. When we think of China, most of us picture its massive population, the Great Wall, or cutting-edge innovations. But there's another reality, less often seen, a world where marriage isn't always just about two people choosing each other. In many communities, marriage can be treated almost like a business transaction. Families gather in what are called marriage markets, where parents advertise their children on handwritten posters, listing height, education, salary, even property ownership. Just imagine, a busy park filled with parents showing off sheets of paper, evaluating and comparing potential matches as if they were negotiating contracts. And yet that's only the surface. Beneath it lies something deeper, the social pressure placed on women. In China, there's even a term for women who remain unmarried beyond their late 20s, leftover women. It's not just a casual nickname. It's a label that can affect careers, reputations, and how society views them. For many women, the pressure to marry before that label sticks is enormous. Some are pushed to compromise, choosing stability over passion, security over independence. This is where money, status, and property slip quietly into the equation. In many cases, a man must prove he owns a home, a car, and has savings before he is even considered a suitable husband. On the other side, the bride's family might have their own financial expectations. It's not unusual for wedding negotiations to feel more like economic deals than celebrations of love. Marriage, in these cases, becomes less about romance and more about a carefully calculated exchange. The contrast becomes even sharper when you travel beyond the glittering megacities into rural China. In many villages, women have migrated to urban centers for work and education, leaving behind a shortage of potential brides. That shortage, combined with long-standing traditions, means men often face enormous financial burdens just to marry. Families save for years, sometimes decades, to meet the demands of a marriage arrangement. For them, marriage feels less like a personal milestone and more like a financial struggle. But that's not the whole story. China is also a place of rapid transformation. Women here are becoming more independent than ever before. They're pursuing higher education, building careers, and fighting for the right to make their own choices. Many refuse to be defined by outdated labels or reduced to bargaining chips in an economic deal. They represent a new generation, one that dares to challenge traditions, even when society resists. Speak with these women, and you'll hear a mixture of determination, fear, and hope. Some stand firmly by their choices, even when their families disapprove. Others are caught in the tension between personal dreams and cultural duty. But they all share something in common, the desire for a better, freer life. China is a land of contradictions. On one hand, it dazzles the world with its futuristic skylines, bullet trains, and cutting-edge technology. On the other, it holds tight to traditions that stretch back centuries. That tension between old and new, between freedom and expectation, is what makes this country so fascinating. Every street corner has a story. Every conversation opens a window into a struggle, a dream, or a cultural truth. China's weather is as vast and varied as its landscape, encompassing everything from the snowy peaks of the Himalayas to the tropical beaches of Hainan. Each region experiences distinct climatic conditions, creating a dynamic tableau that shifts with the seasons. Understanding this variety is essential for both residents and travelers alike, as it can influence daily life, agriculture, and tourism across the country. In the north, temperatures drop low in the winter months, with places like Harbin often boasting sub-zero temperatures. The heavy snowfall creates a winter wonderland, perfect for ice festivals and skiing. Conversely, summers can be sweltering, particularly in cities like Beijing, where the heat wave can escalate, pushing residents to seek relief in the shade or in air-conditioned spaces. Here, the air is dry in winter but can be muggy during the summer, a stark contrast that shapes the lifestyles of those living in the region. Central China, particularly around the Yangtze River, is characterized by a subtropical climate. This area experiences 4 distinct seasons, boasting hot summers that can be stiflingly humid, ideal for rice growing, and chilly winters, where fog often blankets the landscape, especially in cities like Wuhan. Rainfall is abundant in this region, with the monsoon season typically settling in during the summer months and transforming the countryside into a lush green paradise. Agriculture thrives here, supported by the life-giving waters and fertile plains. Traveling further south, along the southeastern coast, you find the charm of places like Guangzhou and the beauty of Hainan Island, where tropical influences bring warm temperatures year-round. The balmy weather here attracts tourists in droves, eager to bask in the sun and enjoy the pristine beaches. However, the region also faces the risk of typhoons, particularly during late summer and early autumn, when fierce storms can disrupt daily life and coastal activities. Finally, the western regions of China present an entirely different picture with their arid climates, altitudes, and variations from desert to highland. Places like Xinjiang experience hot summers and frigid winters, creating a stark contrast between day and night temperatures. The unique weather conditions contribute to rich cultural diversity, as local traditions and lifestyles adapt to the whims of nature. Overall, China's weather is a kaleidoscope of climatic patterns, each piece interwoven to create a unique and lively mosaic.